Hey Sal, did Christmas even really exist? Welcome back to Fog Entertainment. It's episode 10 of season 3 to save us all from Satan's part. And did this episode save this season? Because I think The Sopranos finally delivered a pretty good episode here. And it was mainly down to flashbacks. But if you look at the episode and single it out, does it really do anything for the story of season 3? Not really, but that didn't change the fact it was a good episode, wasn't it?
Good episode, definitely better than the previous ones so far this season, so give it a thumbs up for that.
Big thumbs up for us. But Tony, he's on the pier. He's at Ashbury Park. He's on the boardwalk. He's looking out to the sea. And then he gets flashbacks of 1995. How do we know it's 95? Because who's on the screen? It's O.J. Simpson. That was 95. I like the fact that it did this to
Pretty
show
memorable character there,
Yeah.
OJ.
No, I like the fact that it did this so to single out what year it was. Because I think that's better than showing up on the screen. Like a big event, like, 2001 Twin Towers, the Berlin Wall coming down 89, things like that. I like things like that.
O.J. Simpson.
O.J. Simpson, but clearly the crew here, the DeMille crime family, what do you think their verdict was in the O.J. Simpson trial?
Not guilty.
Not guilty, but he's beginning here to notice that Big Sal was acting strange even back then. We do see Jackie Aprile here, senior, not junior, and it's weird that we've waited to the back end of season 3 to actually see this guy in complete leadership role here of the crew. Now there seems to be there's a beef between him and Junior, which is weird because you flash back to season 1 when this guy was still running things. There was no beef. If anything, the beef was between Tony and Junior, which it was, but you didn't get any sort of feeling that he had a beef with Junior, didn't you? Not. They plucked this out of thin air just for these wee flashbacks. Seems that's the way they have done it, isn't it?
Well, there was beef, yeah, but Tony was the one kind of in the middle, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was in the middle, but you definitely got the vibe here that Tony was I wouldn't say he was a nobody, but he felt a couple of pegs down for me.
A couple of notches below.
Yeah, he had a bit more hair. I actually think, in terms of flashbacks, they did a good job of aging everyone here. Everyone looked a few years younger. Even Chris, even Jackie Aprile Jr., they stuck a baseball cap on him for some reason that fucking took 10 years off him for some reason. Don't really know all about that, but Big Sal says that the pressure's getting to him. As soon as he's back, his wife's went and booked a cruise, but obviously Tony in the flashback, he's not really suspicious, but thinking back, he's like, we should have really clocked on that. And even the questions that Big Sal is asking, then he asks Polly, when Polly finally shows up in present time around, 2001 at this point, do you ever feel bad about whacking Big Sal? And Polly's like, fuck that, I'd shoot that fat fuck twice if I had to. So what do you make of that? Do you believe Polly that he would have killed him again?
Yeah, Polly's a bastard. Polly doesn't have a heart.
Even he says he loves him, but
even as soon as Saul was dead, he was stealing his fucking jewelry and shit. That was poor for Polly. I don't care if he's a rat. You're supposed to have loved this guy. You could clearly see it hurt Tony to put down Sal, but I mean, for Polly, he was thinking, oh, I'm going to get a free watch of this.
I'm not saying it didn't hurt him in the slightest, but they actually steal his fucking jewellery is sick, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not.
And it's not, what did he steal it? So no metal detectors would detect him and Bin Laden at the bottom of the sea? I'm not really too sure about this, but then, as we're back in the club, they're digging up some old Christmas stuff, and they discover the Father Christmas suit, and he's like, that fat fuck. Of course, Big Sal used to play Santa, and Tony...
Oh, let's be real, I think he's a good fit for Santa.
He is a good fit for Santa. He's an absolutely good fit for Santa, but Tony figures out here that he was even wearing a wire while dressed as Santa. A lot of padding, so I guess you could get away with wearing a wire here, but at the same time, why would he wear a wire during a meeting where kids come in? Surely there's better meetings to wear a wire in.
Maybe.
Unless the FBI want to hear what fucking kids want for Christmas or something.
I think it's pretty obvious what the kids want for Christmas.
And it's
they want toys.
They want toys, damn it. They want toys. But we do cut between 95 and the present. Tony, this episode, it was a very Tony-heavy episode, which, basically every episode is. But he had his Christmas list, didn't he? On the fucking bit of paper.
The shitest Christmas list ever seen.
It was scooter, earrings, Janice's Russian, where essentially him and Silvio batter the Russian and leave him in this display of this shop. But again, it just took place over 10 seconds. He's like, yeah, I'm going to take care of that. And then it just skipped to this guy being reported on the news.
I don't understand the whole Tony retaliation thing wasn't Janice in the wrong?
Yeah.
So like, can't Tony accept that? Well, you know what?
Because she was
done
talking
that.
about her hand, and he's like, "Oh, that's what I'll do."
'Cause I think,
But he didn't even tell her about it. It was just to
I
make
think-
himself feel good.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that's his Christmas present to her. Fuck me, and she doesn't even know about it. Although she does hear about it in the news, I guess.
Yeah,
So.
I know, but he didn't know. He's not going to know that. He's not going to know that she's going to turn on the news and hear about a random Russian and be like, "Ah, Tony did that."
Well, maybe that's why he done it. No,
So she'd hear about it.
possibly.
But risking a lot of
So everybody
exposure.
would know. Yeah, for me, I just don't think it was necessary.
No, it wasn't
I
necessary.
think Tony could have handled that whole situation better. He should have been like, right, Janice, get the fucking leg back now.
Yeah, it's just like, I would have avoided all of this.
I mean, she's essentially got a free house out of it, but she wanted CDs as well. She's just a money grabbing bitch. I don't like Janice.
No, I don't.
I don't know.
No,
I don't like anybody in this show. They're all like.
And you know what? I didn't like her Christmas dinner even more
even
because
Tony's the only likable guy. Someone that'll happily kill somebody in a
I know, but
moment's thought. You're like,
what about this guy that's like the church helper that's with Janice and they're doing the songs? He's falling asleep. Nah, I mean,
No,
Janice opens the door. He pretends to pass out.
I just don't get this guy. Why is he doing this? And who is he? He just randomly appeared one day and now he's stuck.
If he wants to, no,
a bad
if, he,
smell, he's just there.
if he wants to do it, fair enough. But why is Tony letting him away with doing it? Like, he's the fucking Don.
I told you, like, who is this fucking loser that keeps falling asleep here? Get him out of my house.
I just can't imagine any other show where the main character lets this fucking slide.
No.
Honestly, I mean, Tony he's a weird cat, damn it. Tony is a very weird cat. But then we finally get the meeting between Jackie Aprile and Junior in the flashback. Now, apparently this was previously set up in Boca, but guess what? Big Sal jobs out. The meeting that he set up and he's supposed to be peacekeeper in, he doesn't appear. So Tony has to go in between the middle and he's like, "Do you really think I would let him hurt my favourite uncle?" Well, would he? Would Tony let him hurt his favourite uncle?
Well, I don't. I mean, Junior was willing to fucking kill his favourite nephew, so I mean.
Tell you what though, right? It was good seeing Junior out of the house and actually doing something here, even though it was a flashback. Don't think so?
Yeah, it was good to see.
It was better than him just fucking lying down,
House
depressed.
arrest,
I mean, honestly, I think that's so. I understand. Why has he got to be under house arrest though for this long? Like, why can't this? Could that not have been squashed or something?
He'll be dead before that comes up, man. House arrest goes away.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't understand it. But anyway, apparently there is an inconsistency here where it was revealed by Skip, if you remember that fat fuck with the list from season 2. He said that Sal had been on the FBI book since 98, and these flashbacks are taken back in 95. Now, I guess...
See, I didn't think he was on the books back then. I thought it was just recently after he'd been caught with Jimmy.
heroin? Ah, yes, yeah. Now, I guess there is no 100% confirmation that, you know, he was a rat here in 95, but why would they dedicate a full episode to it if he wasn't? Nothing
Well,
so.
I don't know. It didn't make any sense to me.
Like, for me, if you've already said in a previous episode that he's been a rat since 98, it would be weird in the next season to dedicate an episode of him being a rat 3 years before that, if it wasn't, like, concrete proof that he actually was. But anyway, Polly tells Tony, fuck him, even if he did make a good Santa, let him sleep with the fishes. Then Bobby walks in, the only guy bigger than Big Sal, so they're like, you know what, you'll make a good Santa, you fat bastard.
The replacement Santa just walked in.
But he doesn't want to play Santa. Then Polly's like, here, if the Don of the family tells you to play fucking Santa, you play Santa. Hold on here, right? It's playing Santa. Polly, why couldn't you do it?
Well, I mean, I do think you have to have a certain body shape for Santa, no?
True, but you try to tell me...
Polly could do Santa, but that guy clearly makes a better one.
He clearly doesn't, but I think Tony's crew are fucking shite bags when it comes... They do not speak back, and they worship his fucking ass. They literally worship the ground he stands on.
Well, here's the Don, that's what happens. Like,
yeah, but wait, no. Name me one instance in this show when Polly or Silvio, that is two men, like, speak back to him.
Or even voice their opinions, like...
Yeah, like, they've got no difference in opinion, honestly, man. It's just it's a joke. We do see it.
Lack a bit of a backbone.
We see Artie, and I guess his ex-wife now, a few times in this episode. Charmaine says to Tony that, here, I've wanted to say this for a long time, but you've come in here, you've ruined my husband's life, now I'd like you to fuck off. Tony takes this bad, downs his drink, and he's like, you know what, Silvio and Chris, we're going to the next place, damn it. What do you make of this? She stood up to Tony.
Yeah, she did stand up to Tony, but if she feels that her husband's life has been ruined by Tony so much, why doesn't she give him another chance?
True, I guess.
Why should they force
I guess
him?
you could say because Artie's kind of picked the crew over her by like allowing them to be there constantly.
Well, now that they're gone, does that mean their marriage can be saved?
But come on, man, are they going to be gone forever?
Well, it's about time he made Artie a man, isn't it?
It's about time. But when they go to this other club, they I believe this, what's it called, Nuovo Vesuvi or whatever. Right? What happens? Jackie Aprile Jr.'s there getting a lap dance, and Tony's like, "Hey, how you doing?" And then he proceeds to batter him in the bathroom, of course, because he is with Tony's daughter. And he's like, put him up. Jackie Aprile Jr.'s not putting them up, so Tony just knees him in the balls and walks out. What do you make of this?
He's on a wee gamble. Like, what did he do? He's playing some blackjack.
What do you mean gamble? No, this is a lap dance. Gamble was last episode.
Alright, was it? Oh, my bad. Oh, yeah, the lap dance. He's not having it. He's like... But that is so hypocritical because he's attacking Jackie Aprile Jr. because obviously he's getting a lap dance and whatnot, but I mean, Tony's going around sleeping with whatever women he wants.
Yeah.
But and he thinks that's perfectly okay to do to Carmela. So, like, it's just hypocritical.
I know what I think's mad in this culture, though. It's almost like if Jackie Aprile was married to Meadow, Tony wouldn't fucking care. Here.
Well, he better hurry up and stick a ring on her finger.
No, that's honestly how it is. You know, no, remember last season, Richie goes to Chris, here, if you touch Adriana again, I'll fucking batter you, but if you put a ring on her finger, I can't do anything. It's pretty much what he said. That's a pish culture, man.
Yeah, the ring's got a lot of weight to it, like.
Yeah, maybe
The
Ralph...
ring's got more weight than Big Sal.
Maybe Ralph should have just married Tracy and he should have fucking barred her outside and it'd been alright.
And no one would have done anything.
Tony would have come outside and fucking...
Double teamed her.
fucking 3D against the crash railing, man. But yeah, I honestly, I think the culture is just fucking retarded for me. Like, I totally get why Tony has got a problem with Jackie Aprile doing this, but like you said, it's just fucking hypocritical. I can understand this one the most, but see the gambling one? Like, fucking wise up, Tony.
Wise up.
Wise up, big man. We then have Christmas morning. The Sopranos are opening their gifts. I mean, there's nothing really much. I mean, AJ's got a scooter. Tony will get his gift later on. But then there's a rap at the door. It's Jackie Aprile Jr. He gives a few gifts. He says, Tony, can I have a second? He then walks Tony into the kitchen. He's like, I'm sorry, man. I flunked out of Rutgers University. So he's out of it. He's out of university. The cat is out of the bag here, and he wants to enter men's fashion business, but he wants to be supporting and also loving DeMero. Tony, throughout this, no, he's not buying this. There's a lot of heavy breathing, and then he's like, you know what? I've not quite decided what I'm going to do with you. It's almost like a threat. It's almost like, here, I don't know if I'm going to have you whacked, but leave it with me.
I might.
Jackie kind of did dob Ralph in this here. He kind of said, yeah, Ralph said to me it'd be alright if I left university and decided to go into this fashion business. But again, this guy, right? I'm going to assume Jackie Aprile Jr. is like early to mid-20s. Well, what is fucking Tony's constant obsession with this kid?
Yeah, he can make his. He's a big man now. He can make his own decisions.
But again, is he going to kill him? I'm not too sure. Jackie Aprile Jr. leaves. Is this relationship?
But a bit fucking hold on here.
I know, but the way he worded it, yeah, I've not quite decided what to do with it.
He's trying to look out for this kid because he feels like he owes it maybe to Jackie Aprile.
Aye.
But then he's willing to kill Jackie Aprile's son because they got a lap dance.
Yeah, he fucking right.
Are you for real?
You hear the way he worded it?
I know, but this character's a joke. So he's hell bent on looking out for Jackie Aprile and making sure Jackie Aprile gets the best things in life. But because one lap dance later, and he's like, I might kill you, despite me spending all this time looking out for you because I loved your father. I mean, what?
No, but let's be real, right? He's not part of the crew, so what way could Tony mean that? I've not quite decided what to do with you. Well, what can he do? He can't, like, take money off him. He can't, like, demote him. Well, what can he literally do? He can't do anything other than, like, whack him. What's he going to cut his pinky off or something?
Bring him into the family.
Then Tony gets his gift from Meadow, and she's like, it's a bit cheap, but I think you'll like it. Tony then opens it, and what is it? It's a big mouth Billy Bass. I mean, it just reminds him of Sal, and he's got the fakest fucking laugh on his face here. Happy smile, he just wants to fucking rope it. And you know what? I think Meadow when it comes to gifts, is a fucking cunt.
Yeah, our gifts are shit.
You know, the whole last episode with here I got you a spa invitational and I bought myself a ticket with your credit card and now this. I mean, no, what's her excuse?
Hasn't she got her own money?
Yeah. I don't get this. Like, the bang on about the fact that these kids, we want the best for you. It just seems like they're going to leech off you anyway, so what's the difference?
Yeah, who cares if they work at McDonald's? They're still going to use your credit card.
You can say what you want about Jackie Aprile Jr. Like, I mean, he may be gambling, maybe whatever, but he's out there making his own money.
He is. He's making cash.
He is, but yeah, of course, Tony tried to distance himself from Big Sal here, but this brought him right back in. That pretty much is the end of this episode. Concludes this episode, flashback episode. Like, it's weird, like, the flashbacks were there, but there was nothing. I mean, the general thing about them was just the fact that here, we think Big Sal ratted back in 95. There was, like, no real purpose to them apart from that. Like, we never really even got the ending of the sit-down between Jackie Aprile and Jr.
We never got it. And I was looking forward to seeing it, to be honest.
Like he came in, and Tony's like, hey, I'm not going to let him hurt you, big man, and it ended. That's pretty much it. But I enjoyed this episode.
Oh, it's tense. Is he going to get hurt? Is he not going to get hurt? Oh, what's going to happen? We don't know. We don't show yet.
We'll have to wait and see, guys. But I'm going to give this episode of Sopranos a 7.
I'll give an 8.
He's giving it 7.5 out of 10. I think it just goes when this show wants to, it can do a good episode. But just put your energy, right? Even though this show's been done for like 15 years, put your energy into an actual fucking story rather than meaningless shit. No, I think so.
Absolutely.
Instead of beating around the bush about a fucking lamp. And Tony did mention in this episode when Silvio came to see him about, here, there's no light down here ever since Meadow took that lamp. Well, here, is he not glad she took the lamp? Even though he doesn't know about it yet? Come on, man. Just like the Pixar lamp, guys. Till next time. Peace.